Welcome to Jackets TV, presented by Ohio Health. This is our Eastern Conference playoff preview. The series, the number 4 seeded Pittsburgh Penguins and the number 5 seed, the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm Bob McElligott along with Bill Davidge. And Bill, this is the biggest rivalry in the Eastern Conference, arguably one of the biggest in the National Hockey League. These two teams don't like each other, and this one's going to be a doozy.
Well, you know, when you finish off the entire year and you watch the two coaches go head-to-head, they're standing on the benches. Both of them receive fines. That's where it starts. The coaching staffs right now have something to prove. And I think, again, Peter Laviolette, after the run they had last year, would like to be able to repeat what they've done. The Pittsburgh Penguins right now playing some solid hockey. Fleury is back after a series of injuries. He's getting himself prepared. So, again, I think, Bobby, you said it, starts right away on the ice. It's going to be physical. And the coaching staff, I think they begin to really set what's going to happen in Game 1.
It's almost a shame that one of these two teams will not continue past the first round. But that being said, it's going to be a great series. You talk about the coaching staffs. You're going to have to really jockey for position. You're going to have to match up line for line. And now, throughout the course of the season, the Flyers did win the season series. But again, that season series was spread over months. This is going to be 7 games in basically a 2-week period. The matchups are going to be critical. Yeah,
and again, I'm one of those, you throw out what happened before because this is a brand new season. You're going to have teams amp it up. And I think right now, you take a look at the main ingredients as far as where it starts, where it's going to finish. And I believe we go back to the goaltending. Brizgalov has a lot to prove. He got himself back and healthy at the end of the year after that foot injury. Fleury, as we just mentioned, he's playing well. And I think that's where that series is going to be won and lost, Bobby, is in the nets.
And not only that, if Brizgalov loses the first game, there could automatically be a goaltending controversy because Sergei Bobrovsky is 5-1 against the Penguins. He's played extremely well against them. That's the last thing that the Flyers want to do, is get into any kind of a goaltending controversy. Again, the health of the players is going to be a major factor, especially the health of Sidney Crosby.
Oh, and there's no question. You know, when you also take a look at the rest of the Philadelphia Flyers, when you got Giroux, Hartnell had a great year. You talk about Crosby on the other side, Malkin, who ran away with the Art Ross this year. I think when you get into the playoffs, goal scoring is nice, but to me it's team defense and how that's going to wrap up. And right now both teams are playing some pretty solid defense here as the season closed down. Special teams will certainly come into play as well.
Absolutely. And another storyline, Jaromir Jagr, a longtime Penguin, now with the Flyers, coming back, maybe his last shot at the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and again, I think Jaromir Jagr has got something inside of him, and that's why he did go to Philadelphia. I think he felt that, going to Pittsburgh, he'd have to kind of replay some of his young career, and he has got a breath of fresh air. They've really embraced him in Philadelphia. Now it all boils down to a 7-game series. Where do you like your team?
I tell you what, I like the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 in this one. I think the matchups are going to be too much. I think head-to-head, day in and day out, the Penguins will prevail over the Flyers.
I'm right there beside you. Penguins in 6.
All right, there's our prediction. That's the 4 and 5 teams, the Penguins and the Flyers. We both take the Penguins in 6. I'm Bob McElligott. This is Bill Davidge. Thanks for watching Jackets TV, presented by Ohio Health.